Hey Leo, this is Liv from Ephemerate Cartomancy, and we are going to do your October Love Cartoscope. So we are going to take a look at what the major themes are for your month of October when it comes to your love life, what you should keep in mind, what you should know, what you should be thinking about when it comes to your love life in the month of October 2019. So Leo's love life for October 2019. Main themes, main issues, important questions, important aspects, needed inspiration, helpful answers, ideas. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. And we have a 10. We have a 10 of swords here at the bottom of the deck. So we are most likely going to be talking about endings, new beginnings, new stages in your life, new loves, perhaps new relationships. Let's see. You are clearly coming from a place of solitude, of being perhaps actually single or emotionally withdrawn. Perhaps you've been, if you're in a relationship or in a marriage, perhaps you've been on a break, or perhaps you've been away for a while, or you've just been pondering what a relationship means to you, what you want from a relationship, what you want from your future, from your better half, from yourself in a relationship. Either way, it seems like you've been reorganizing your priorities here, because we have a King of Cups who wants his emotional cup fulfilled. So, and we have a Queen of Chalices here. Okay. You are you are in for a very interesting month. I keep saying that, but it's true. Yeah, let me just make sure that we have the cards in okay, in the frame, right? So, Leo, you are reorganizing, I feel, your priorities, your desires, your personal views regarding a relationship, your relationship in particular, or some relationship in general as a concept. You are thinking about things, you are contemplating things, you are thinking about what would make you feel fulfilled, what would make you feel happy, what would make you feel like a whole person. It's like you're missing just this tiny bit, this tiny emotional bit here. And whatever soul searching you've been doing, whatever alone time you've been having in order to kind of realize, get your bearings, it's gonna determine a change in perspective here. It's gonna determine a turn for the better, because you are coming from winter towards the sun and the flower and the warmth of spring, right? Plus we have here a true pair, so a king and a queen of cups, of chalices. So I feel like you are going to get your bearings when it comes to your relationship, when it comes to your desires, to your needs. You are going to get your bearings. You are going to make sense of what it is that you do and do not want, what it is that you do and do not have. Perhaps this might be a relationship that you are now analyzing and sort of drawing conclusions about, reaching conclusions about. Whatever it is, it kind of gives me the vibe that it may not be what you were hoping for. You may be disappointed, or you may have disappointed your partner, your spouse, your better half. You might be feeling betrayed in some sort of sense, like cheated out of something. It's like the relationship, if you are in a relationship, the relationship that you are in is not offering you what you were hoping for. You are not getting what you desired out of this relationship. It's not doing it for you, to be very precise. You are hoping for more, you are hoping for something else, you are hoping for something different. And you are thinking about everything that you are hoping to receive, all the gifts that you desired from this relationship. And emotionally speaking, you are giving it your all, you are giving it, or you have been giving it your all, but despite that, the outcome, after all your pondering and analyzing and reanalyzing and assessing and reassessing your priorities and your desires, the outcome is really not quite satisfying. You feel captive, you feel imprisoned, you feel suffocated. So I feel like you are analyzing your relationship, you're analyzing your view of a relationship, and it's not satisfying. So it's not really, it's a positive outcome for you in October 2019, meaning that you're going to reach some conclusions, you are going to make up your mind about some things, and it's going to help you great, allergies for the win. I cannot wait for this season to be over, let me tell you that. All of this soul searching, all of this analyzing is going to help you realize perhaps that you've been desiring for things that could not have been there. Or that you are projecting upon your relationship the hopes and dreams of getting things that you really want for yourself and you should be getting on your own. And that no person can bring to you, no other person but yourself can give you. Okay. But despite all of this kind of a negative vibe that I'm getting from you here, you are kind of in a bad mood in October, I would say. When it comes to your love life, you're dissatisfied, you're frustrated, uh, you're feeling unloved, perhaps you're feeling uh, alone, you're feeling disappointed, or you may be feeling very upset about the notion that you are a disappointment to your spouse or to your better half, that someone is constantly sabotaging your relationship, that someone is interfering in a malicious way, that perhaps you should be defending your relationship more, because there are some clear adversities here. There are some clear perhaps even people who are actually working against you to being together, or against you having a happy relationship or being with someone that you love. And I don't think that you're imagining it if you're feeling that way. It seems to be actually true. You know how sometimes we might get the feeling that someone is out to get us and it could be wrong? Well, this kind of seems like it would be right. So there may be someone who is trying to sabotage your relationship. It's someone that's whispering sweet nothings to you, but instead is stabbing you in the back. But you are going to catch a lucky break here. You are going to be able to strengthen your relationship, strengthen your commitment. You are going to keep safe your feelings. So your feelings for this person that you are hoping for, that you are going to meet if you are single, you are going to keep your feelings safe. You are going to be falling in love or falling back in love if perhaps you've kind of lost the mojo. uh, and you are going to make a united front with your better half. You are going to kind of fight against your enemies together, in a sense. Yes, so you are going to be a true pair here. You are going to be king and queen. I see you have a lot to give emotionally, so you are either very invested in the relationship that you are in, or you are very in love with someone and you are hoping to start a relationship with this person, but you are very emotionally invested, and there are very good chances of making it. But the situation as it is right now for you, Leo, in October 2019 seems to be uh, kind of, I mean, not full of adversity, but sprinkled with enough adversity to keep you on your toes, let's just say that. But I see the relationship lasting. We have a Two of Cups here, so stability in the couple. We have a King of Wands that's protecting you from uh, your traitor, the liar in your environment, the person that's lying to you and that is actually acting against you. It might also be a figure of authority, so perhaps a parent, a father, it might be a mother as well, that's actually acting against your best interest here. They may think that they're helping you, because you know how it is, sometimes parents think that they know what's best for us better than we know ourselves, and they might be acting in ways that they shouldn't be as a result. It doesn't come from a bad place, it doesn't come from a ill will, but the outcome is unfortunate, generally speaking, if they're acting against our desires. But despite these issues, you are clearly having an Ace of Cups here. So you have sweet communication, reconciliation. If you are having fights with your spouse or better half or intended lover, you are going to make up. After you break up, you are going to make up, and there's rejoicement here. There's a Three of Cups, so you have positive consulting, positive communicating, positive making up. So there's gonna be, and we have a 20 breaking out down to a 2 here as well. So all in all, I feel like it's gonna be a positive outcome for you. There are going to be some bumps along the way, and there is going to be some discerning that you need to do in order to find out who is this person that is close to and acting against your best interest, who is this enemy, because they are sort of pouring poison in your ear, you know, so you should be very careful about that and not allow them to ruin your happiness, which they can do if you're not onto them. Let's see what's up with your love, with your heart. Oh, your heart, your stability is clearly being tested. So, okay, your relationship is clearly being tested. It might actually be a marriage that is being tested here. I don't think that this serpent stands for your spouse or your lover. I think that it's the traitor here. And this traitor is trying to attack your stability. It's trying to attack your castle, your home, your marriage, the institution of marriage for you. And they are going to create arguments, I feel like. Or perhaps there are going to be some arguments that are going to bring up all sorts of secrets that you had no idea about, and a sense of guilt as well. Perhaps you or your better half might have done some things that you are not quite so proud of in the past. And because of this traitor, you are the information is gonna come to light here. You are going to find out about it, and it may not be pleasant information. When you find out about it, you probably won't be pleasantly surprised, but when it happens, I think that it's important for you to keep in mind what it is that you desire. So those priorities of yours that we were talking about earlier, because you have the Hanged Man showing up twice in your reading already, so you should have a clear sense of what you desire from your relationship and from your love life, what you want from your future, because all of this hubbub is going to really test your commitment, your your decisions, your plans. Yeah, So this is gonna be a time when it's gonna be really important for you to have a very clear sense of what it is that you desire, or at least a very clear sense of what it is that you do not desire. So if you're not having a clear sense of what it is you are running towards, then you should have a clear sense of what it is that you are running away from, at least. It's gonna start soon, I feel. The arguments, the issues, the traitor acting, behaving badly, polluting your thoughts, polluting your plans, your agenda, your future. So you should be ready. You should be already trying to clear up your desires and your hopes and your dreams so that they cannot hurt you, in that you have a clear sense of what you are trying to get, to what it is that you are trying to win, to obtain in your life. And when all of the issues are going to start up, you won't be feeling lost, because you'll have a very clear sense of what is going on or how it can affect you, or how you are willing to allow it to affect you, you know. I'm not saying be blind to whatever you find out. That's something that each of us decides for their own relationship and their own future. But I'm saying have a clear sense of what you are trying to get from the relationship, from your love life, from your future. And based on that, just go with the flow as well, because these things that are gonna come up, they might be things that you cannot get over. So it's also helpful for you to know what you truly desire from your partner, because if your current partner is not fitting of your future plans, then you shouldn't be in the dark about that, right? You should know. So finding out won't actually be a bad thing. The only way it's gonna be a bad thing is if you're not sure what you want, and it's gonna throw you for a loop, and you're gonna be very confused and very unsure about what you do. And it's important for you to be sure, because you might act hastily and you might come to regret it later. That's why it's important for you to be prepared. Kind of do your homework before everything starts, so it won't actually catch you off guard. You'll know what you desire from yourself, and you'll be able to decide on what's going on with everything else around you, you know. We are not getting any more cards here. So yeah, that's the clarifications segment. Let me just get the other decks here and cough a little. Cough a little, cough a little. Right. Let me just check that the frame is okay. Okay. And let's continue. What are the messages for Leo's love life for October 2019? So let's see what we have here. Interesting. Okay. So if you are involved in a relationship, whatever is gonna happen in October is really going to lead you towards your soulmate. So the path that you are on is leading you towards your soulmate, which is kind of the destination that we want to reach, right? It may be a winding path, we never know. But this might confirm that your current partner is your soulmate, or if they are not, what's gonna happen is gonna help you to make your way towards your soulmate. And when you do, you are going to need to trust the relationship and trust your plans for the future, and trust your desires and your hopes and your dreams. So it's gonna be important for you to be awakened, for you to be aware of what it is that you desire, for you to be ready to fight for it if it is threatened and if you can defend it. And this is why you are going to run into adversity, because this is a soulmate theme that you are dealing with in October 2019. And soulmate themes tend to attract a lot of opposition, because soulmates being together disturb a lot of forces, let's say. Yeah, so in order for you to navigate these energies of October 2019, you really need to be aware of the fact that when something happens, there is more to it than meets the eye. So it's gonna be so important, precisely because of that, to know where you're going, to have a clear sense of what you desire and what you are out to get from your relationship and from your future with this person, because there's gonna be a lot going on here. And you are also going to get the chance to sweep your partner off their feet. It's a good time for you to do so. If you're meeting someone new, then of course it's a great time to sweep them off their feet. It's also never late to sweep off their feet your current partner. I feel it's a great idea to keep the romance going in a relationship and just be tender and caring and keep the flame alive. So perhaps if you're keen on staying in the relationship that you are in, then make sure to keep the flame alive, right? Let's see what shadow you might be dealing with, Leo, in October 2019 when it comes to your love life. Let's see, we have two of them. Interesting. So for one thing, I would say that it's important for you to pay enough attention to your environment that you are aware of those thorns, because being peaceful among thorns is a great thing. Of course, it means that whatever happens does not throw you off your center, and that is something to be desired. But it could also be a warning that you are not paying enough attention to your surrounding, and your sense of peace is can be disturbed by what's going on. You should be careful in setting boundaries here. And there's also an element of honesty here, because we have hiding your true self, right? You or your partner are keeping secrets or are ignoring some sort of information that is actually important, and you shouldn't be ignoring it. um, so if you want to keep that peace, then be honest with yourself and with your partner. This is a moment of the year when it's more important than ever to be honest. For some reason it's going to be very important. You will be able to overcome these issues because you will get the necessary inspiration and awareness of your surroundings and of the issues themselves and of the potential solutions. So you are going to be pretty supported, pretty inspired, pretty in tune with your intuition, I feel, and your creativity and your divine purpose, and you are going to be prepared when the time is right. You are going to be prepared to make the right choice, to go in the right direction for yourself and for your future, for your family, for your children, perhaps if you have children as well. It's interesting so that October seems to be a very trying month for most people. Let's see if we can get more insight about the situation for Leo in October 2019, about overcoming these shadows. Some more guidance. Well, you are breaking free from chains, Leo. This is a very important moment. I'm not sure what's gonna happen here, but it's a very important moment because you are breaking free from chains and you are healing and moving on, interestingly enough. So you are clearly going to leave those chains behind, which is great news. Great news. You are moving forward. So I feel like you are going to break the chains of illusion. You are going to break the chains of unknowing, of being unprepared, of being unsure. You are going to break free of your past conditioning. You are going to break free of your lower vibrational thoughts and fears and desires. You are going to finally find your way, and you are going to also be able to communicate and open your heart, and you are going to move on from those issues of the past. You are going to move on from those insecurities, those secrets, those fears, and you are going to finally share that love with someone. You are going to be fully open, fully honest, fully engaged, fully involved, because it feels to me like you've been holding back from something, perhaps because of this fear, which is going to be resolved. You are finally getting the chance to resolve those fears, those low vibrational things that were keeping you back, holding you back. Let's get some final advice for Leo for October 2019. Some general advice, some final advice for Leo. Let's see some final advice for Leo. You are going to get help from the ancestors here. So in these trying times, you are not alone, right? And we have here some very interesting help from the animal kingdom as well, I feel. And you are going to let go of past lives, soul contracts and patterns. You are going to become free, pretty much. This is clearly going to be a time of transformation for pretty much everyone. You are going to change, you are going to overcome these issues, you are going to have the support of your ancestors. This is a very important moment as well, the change that you are going to be releasing yourself from our generational chains. So this is going to be a very important moment for you, and you are going to navigate it well because you are going to be helped, you are going to be guided, and there is going to be some deep healing going on that's going to help you to build your new perspective on life, on family, on love, on your future, and it's going to be a very positive thing for you. I am very, very happy to say. So that being said, Leo, I'm wishing you the best and hoping that you are going to manage to navigate these issues with inspiration, divine guidance, and that you are going to find your way to your path, your destiny, and what you are meant to be and have in your love life. So that being said, I am wishing you the best and much love and light. Bye.